What's happening, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea. Welcome back to your player ratings. It's wet, it's rainy. We're going to get on with it nice and quick. We'll start with Willy Caballero in goal.
I'm going to say 5 just because his distribution was a bit poor. He made some decent saves, but didn't have too much to do in terms of apart from that. But his distribution was a bit poor. So yeah,
5. I mean, he made some good saves today, though.
He did, but at the same time, their saves he should be making, like they was basically straight at him. It was more poor finishing rather than good keeping, I feel.
Okay, we'll go 5. We'll go 5. We'll go to the right back. Now, Zappa Costa, I thought today he was quite out of position a fair few times. What are your thoughts?
3.5.
3.5.
I said this in my fan cam. Him and 2 of the other players we're going to get on to in a minute. Never play. They should never play for us again. They genuinely never play for us again.
Never play for us.
You'd never. They were so bad. I got told so I made a comment that he was playing terribly earlier in the game, about half time, and someone went to me, "Oh, he's got 2 assists." I don't care. He's a defender. He's not a winger. He's not a midfielder. He's a defender. If you can't defend as a defender, what are you doing on a football pitch?
Yeah.
Simple.
Okay, well that's a 3.5 there. I'll agree with that today, to be honest. Left back, Emerson Palmieri.
I'm gonna say a 5.5 because I think there were times in the game where he showed a bit of promise. He wasn't brilliant. Like there were times when he was passed a bit off, but I think it was everyone. So, but I think he showed some promise. I think he was looking like he wanted to actually do something going both ways rather than like Zappa Costa, who was mainly going forward, didn't have to go back. He was trying to do something, and I respect him for that. I think he tried to put an effort in at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say he was probably the better of the two full-backs. So we'll move on to centre-back. Now I want to start with Christensen. Today, I thought he looked out of his depth, unfortunately. I hate to say it.
I'm going to say 3. He was worth playing on the pitch. He was worth playing on the pitch.
I would give him a 4, but should we go 3.5?
I'd say
3.5. Yeah. Gary Cahill, I thought he was the better of the 2 defenders. Again, not stellar, but better of the 2.
Yeah, I was going to give him 3.5, but since we gave Christensen 3.5, I'll say Gary Cahill a 4.
4, yeah, that's fine. Let's not forget, though, we did win the game, but it was it was in part to Derby scoring for us, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think it was more we got lucky rather than we were good. Derby outplayed us and should have won, and we just somehow, through sheer luck and somehow.
True. Move on to midfield now. I think best performer today, Kante for me.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say a solid 7. I thought he, as you said, he was the best player on the pitch. I think there was something in his game. Number one, where did he pull that cross from the right in the first half? The Morata, fair enough. Like people could say he should have got on the end of it, but it was a little bit ahead of him. But that cross, I don't know where he pulled that from.
Yeah, no, he had a fantastic game today. Well, I'd say fantastic. He had a solid game today. Yeah. He was the best out of a relatively poor performance, but a 7 nonetheless. We move on to Kovacic. You know, didn't see too much of him today.
I'm going to just say a 6 because he was kind of just average, as was most of the team.
Yeah.
There were times when he was getting forward and he could have done a little bit more, but he wasn't. Like he was passing maybe sideways a bit too much instead of trying to have a go at goal or playing forward. And he lost possession a couple of times, but I think, as I said, it was a bit average. It was kind of just meh rather than really poor or really good.
And finally in the midfield, Fabregas.
I'll probably get slated for this because he scored, but 5 because
do you know what?
He's not got the legs anymore. He's not. He's there in terms of passing, but didn't see me today. But he's there in terms of passing, but he's not there tactically in terms of anything else.
I mean, I'd bump him up to a 6. He scored the match winner today. I'd give him a 6. I'd be generous with him. I know he wasn't the best performer.
Yeah, as I said, maybe it's a little bit low because he scored, but to be honest, I'm feeling a bit of a pessimistic mood, so that might be why I'm going a little bit low.
Okay, I want to go with my rating. I'll be honest. I want to be fair on the guy.
That's fair.
He gets a lot of hate. I want to be fair on the guy.
I agree with you.
So we'll move on to Ruben Loftus-Cheek now. We'll start on the forwards. You know, here and there today again.
I'm going to say 6.5 because I think going forward, apart from a couple of times when he lost the ball, he was very good. It was more the defensive aspect, and Louis brought up a good point in the video. In my video where he said that is that the job he's doing, and that's fair enough because he's probably not. It's just the defense, his lack of defensive qualities was magnified today by the fact that Zappa Costa was so poor.
I mean, I will say though, he was playing on the wing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you wouldn't expect him to track back normally if anyone, like say if Azpilicueta was playing there, or if you had someone there who was actually on it, like you wouldn't notice it as much, I don't think, because you wouldn't be expecting him to get back. I think it was because Zappa Costa wasn't quite as good, then it kind of made it more for him that he should have been doing more, I think.
And I'm going to go with middle. I'm just going to start with Morale. I don't think we need to say any words. I'm just going to say 4 today, maybe even 3.5. That's it. I don't think it was good. I'll just be honest here.
I'm going to say a 5, just because I don't think he was the worst player on the pitch. I know he didn't do a lot, But the problem I had wasn't with him. It was the fact that he only really had, from what I can remember, about 2 real chances. One, as I said, with a Kante one where he maybe could have got in. Yeah. And one was the one where it came in across from, might have been Zappacosta, might have been Loftus-Cheek, I can't remember. And he took a touch, kind of didn't go out his feet. He took another one, and then another one, and then another one. He couldn't quite get his shot away. And apart from that one, he probably should have done better with. I don't remember having too much service to him. Yeah. And I know people could say that's down to him, like not moving, but I thought it was more his players around him today. I think it's
I'll go 4.5.
No, that's fair.
I just think he should have built on the weekend. He should have built on his previous games, but we'll see. We'll see what happens anyway at the weekend, see if he plays, may not, may do. Yeah. Willian, final one for the starting.
I'm going to say 6 again, sort of like Kovacic. He was good, he had good periods, but he was a bit average. Yeah, he was a little bit average, but he had good spells in the game. It's kind of similar to Loftus-Cheek, apart from the defensive aspect, in terms of he had good aspects, but there could have been a little bit more. You could have seen a little bit more from him.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And I'll tell you what, for the subs, we'll just do ratings, no description.
Yeah, that's fine.
First sub that came on, was it Pedro?
Yeah, I'm going to just say like a 5.5 because he didn't really have any impact on the game, but yeah, he didn't really have any impact.
I'd say he probably was the best out of the subs that came on, to be honest, yeah. I think he was making some decent attacking runs. I'd give him a 5.5 though. Yeah. I would. And then who else are we thinking?
Azpilicueta. I'm a kind of sit on the fence. I'm just going to go NA because he didn't really have anything to do. Like he had nothing to do.
I'd say in that case, if it was a bog standard performance, I'd give a 5.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And then who was the last one? David Luiz. Yeah.
I'm going to say 6 because I thought he was the best of centre backs in terms of you saw the difference straight away when he came on compared to Christensen. You actually
without a doubt.
You had a solid back four suddenly, or I say solid, more solid. Yeah, so I think it was better than it was. So that's why I think he was the better of them.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. So that's been your player ratings, guys. As I said, it's fucking wet, and we're just going to round it up there. Make sure you follow all our socials on everything anyway, and we're out.
Peace.